Good afternoon all. Thanks for tuning in to TokYo-Yo Reviews. Long time no see, sorry about the wait. Finally, the weather's beautiful, I'm out here in the sunshine, and I'm ready to take a look at our latest yo-yo, which is the One Drop Mantis. So, is the Mantis totally friggin' sweet, or is it gonna leave you praying for a better yo-yo? Yeah. Let's talk about the One Drop Mantis. The shape here is actually an H shape. They call it an organic H shape. You can see here you've got a pretty heavy rims. It's interesting, it's almost a V, I'd say, just in profile, but as far as the weight goes, it's definitely an H. We'll get into that. The cup is slightly convex. You can see a little axle hub in here. The material is actually 7075 with a Pyramat finish for the color. The feel of the yo-yo, this is where this thing gets interesting. It's pretty narrow feeling. It's got a full 4 millimeters less than, for example, the One Drop Top Deck. So definitely the first thing you're gonna feel when you pull it out is it is very narrow. Very clean, very organic, which is some design I'm a big fan of. Let's get into the history of this bad boy. This is a blind box offering. So what that means is that One Drop made a limited number of these, and they had like a chart showing the rarity of different colors. So there were titaniums, and there were fades, and there were solid colors. And actually this one ended up being, I believe, one of the most common, which is fine. I actually really like this red. It is a different red than the other One Drops. I have a One Drop V, Benchmark V, that is red, and this actually looks completely different from that. So I was very happy to see that it wasn't just a copy of their previous colors. I've actually never bought into like a blind box before, or indeed any of these kind of limited run yo-yos, but I was really excited for this one. One, because I really love One Drop, but two, because it's really, it's a pretty unique shape, I think. Like I said, I was really excited to open it up. You might have seen my unboxing video, but on first throw, this thing was very different than I expected. Like H shapes, you're gonna have a lot of rim weight, and you can see here the rims are pretty large, but there is a decent amount of center weight as well, I feel like, going down into the gap here. It is very comfortable to throw. It's extremely comfortable to catch. The weight is right in the middle, kind of what I consider the sweet spot. Right about 66 grams, I believe, 66.5 grams. So it's very comfortable. It's not too heavy, but because it's a little narrow and because it's got that H shape feel, you feel the weight of it every time you throw it. And I think some of that also has to do with the 7075, but it also has some similarities to the Yo-Yo Steel, and I think that's because of the H profile. I ordered mine here in Japan from Rewind, and when the date turned to the 3rd at midnight, I got it 2 days later. So it was a really fast shipping. It feels extremely solid. It has that kind of 7075 like density to it, if that makes sense. Sort of like how the Top Deck feels, or like I mentioned the Yo-Yo Steel, something in that more narrow profile feels very well put together, very weighted. It does play pretty heavy also, just because I think it is narrower, but the overall weight isn't that bad. As far as how it's put together too, I feel like the machining of this yo-yo was really excellent. When I first took it apart here, I took it apart to switch the bearing. This did come with a One Drop 10-ball flat. I actually put one of my platinums in there, a platinum grooved bearing, and I feel like, for me at least, the playability really went up. I feel like it's a lot more stable for me now. This thing plays fun. It plays so nice on the string. It spins for an extremely long time. I must have been trying to learn some kind of slack trick. I don't remember what it was, but I was doing it over and over and over for like 2 minutes, and it just kept spinning and spinning, and I almost forgot that it was still spinning because it just was going and going and going. It's really amazing. Like, kudos to the design team for getting this thing to play so well with such an interesting shape. When I took it apart, it twists just to the point where you can feel it fighting you, and then you can stop and it's smooth as glass. Like, it's pretty amazing how well this was machined. I'd really like to see the design document for this, because the way that the rims are really rounded here, and then if you notice there's like a little bump here, and then it goes into the step, and that's rounded as well. Like, this thing is just, when I first saw it, the first word that came to my mind was like, it's bulbous. And I'm wondering if that's where the Mantis name came from. Sort of this insectoid rounded feel to it. It's pretty interesting. But overall, I love this thing. It's actually become my everyday carry now. Usually I carry the Shark Honor if I'm going out where I think it might get dinged or something, but if I can ever come up with an excuse for it, I bring this everywhere because I just love throwing it. It's so much fun. It's so comfortable. I am worried about the day when I do conk it into something, but as far as it goes, I just really don't want to be without it. It's so much fun to play with. And because it's a bit on the narrower side too, I feel like it fits in your pocket better, which does help. Let's talk pros and cons of the one-drop Mantis. As I mentioned, the shape is extremely interesting. I don't know if you're gonna get many finger spins in here. There's not really a thumb grind lip, but it doesn't really matter. I don't think it's designed for that. It's unique for one-drop too. I feel like this is kind of where they play to their strength, is these unique shaped yo-yos with these really different styles. But I feel like this is even more different for them. I don't know that I've seen something so, like, it's almost futuristic the way it's like rounded everywhere. It's so unusual. And I love that the red is different than the other reds I have. That was really important because I was a little bit worried at first when I saw the red peeking out, but as soon as I saw it was different from my other one drops. It was no problem. The only con that I can think of with this guy is that it's a limited run. As I mentioned at the beginning, I think they only made 600 of these total. And you know, if people got fades or they got titaniums, obviously they're not going to give those up, I don't think. So you're probably not going to be able to find the more rare ones for resale. Maybe on the Reddit or Facebook buy sell trades you might find them, but it is a limited run. So if you didn't get one when it first came out, you probably will be able to get some of the more common solids. I also have seen people doing half swaps on Reddit, but if you're looking for one of the more rare ones, I think you might be a little bit out of luck unless somebody is interested in selling one of the rarer ones for like a bigger price. But yeah, as far as the playability, the design, everything, I don't really have any cons for this one. I really like it. I really love one drop to begin with, and I feel like this is kind of an interesting thing for them to try. The math for this must be kind of crazy because you've got this like rounded, it's all rounded everywhere. Making this thing play smooth must have been really tricky, I would imagine. But anyway, guys, that's it for the one-drop Mantis. I think it's really fun if you can get your hands on one. I've loved every second I've been playing with it. I really think you should give it a chance if you can. I would definitely put this in one of my probably top 5 now. At least the couple weeks I've been playing with it, it's been extremely interesting and extremely fun. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. I really appreciate everybody. Sorry this review is late, as I mentioned. This is the first nice day we've had for a long time, and it's probably going to be the last nice day this week. We're supposed to have more and more rain, so reviews may be a little slow in the next couple weeks. I think we'll be doing Shark Honor next, the Magic Yo-Yo, and then after that, I think it's finally time for me to review the yo-yo that I do not like. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, thanks again. Be safe. Have a nice day, and sayonara. Oh God.